international workshop. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon to all of you gathered here. Any ideas, it starts from very simple things. You may reflect the contribution of Wright brothers. When these Wright brothers, looking at the birds flying high, when they said, we will make one equipment which will fly like the birds, the government officials called them as fools, and they also warned them not to fool our countrymen. And later, with the burning desire in them, what happened, you all know. Any ideas need not be a complicated one. Take the example of a great scientist, Newton. How this Newton's law of gravitation was evolved. He was sitting under the, which tree? Apple tree. Luckily not the coconut tree. So just by the simple, he had a doubt why it is falling down, why not some other angles, which led into Newton's law of gravitation. And sometimes you may have a very simple ideas, and when you approach your guide may say sometimes, it is a very silly idea. But that silly ideas will definitely take you to greater heights. This is definite. And being more courage, being self-confident, and having a strong belief in the powers that God has already given you will definitely make your life enjoyable. I have seen some of them, for any reasons, whenever we approach, whenever we invite for any program or for a marriage function or for any other function, he says, I am busy in research, I have no time to come for any public programs. Of course, researchers are human beings. So we need to have a balanced, successful life. It is not that you spend sleepless nights and nights without enjoying the world. Life is too short. So we need to have a balanced, successful life. Balanced, not at the cost of health and family. I have seen many people, no importance to health, no importance to the family matters, work, work, work. And it is very rare such people become successful. In order to become successful in your profession, health and family affairs play a very important role. If you take care of these first and second cases, third case will be very easy. I would like to speak something about time management, which is very much crucial nowadays. And for anything that we say we don't have time. Our meetings get extended beyond the working hours. Because in any meetings, only starting time is fixed. Ending time is not fixed. So work expands with time. There is something called as Parkinson's law. Work expands with time and work expands with the number of people. This happens very similar to us. We have all experienced it. Imagine a situation where we are given with the deadline to give the internal assessment marks. So we all struggle a lot and somehow we do it. But little bit is remaining, you get a circular from VTU or from principal, it is postponed to another 2 days. The last date is postponed. So what happens? Even that 2 days is not sufficient for us to fulfill because mind gets adjusted because work expands with time. And there is another rule which is also very important for researchers, that is called as 80-20 rule. Can anyone say what is this called? What is this law called? There is something called as Pareto's law, which is 80-20 rule. What is this 80-20? It's very simple. You have many dresses at home in the wardrobe. And if you observe it, 20% of those dresses are worn 80% of the time. The remaining 80% is there, but it is used only 20%. Right? Same way, if you take the example of in the bank, 20% of the customers contribute to 80% of the bank deposits. And 80% of the customers will only contribute to 20%. Same way in the doctor's fees also, if you calculate the same thing, even the college fees also sometimes the same. Was same, but now slightly different. So like that, this 20% of the quality time that you effort will definitely give you 80% of the results. So we need to fix the target, as our chief guest rightly said. How many papers, when, and how not the number of papers that will take you to greater heights, but it is the quality of the papers. How many citations? Papers anybody can write, but to have a quality papers, it's not so easy, but can be made easy if you plan properly. And it is not that from morning to evening and whole night you take your book and read and refer the journal papers or any other papers. No, in between you need to take a rest. That will definitely boost the level of confidence in you and definitely make you to write quality papers. So maximum you can sit for half an hour and take a break for 5 minutes and then again continue. But sometimes we tell this to students, and what the students do, they do it reversely. They study for 5 minutes and take 30 minutes gap. So that should not happen. So I don't want to take much time. Let me congratulate you all for being actively involved in this 3-day international workshop, and we are also planning to have some other workshop in the international level with much high caliber. So I hope you will all present your papers in those workshops. Today itself, take it as a challenge and be mentally prepared so that you all present a quality paper in that international conference. It will be definitely a multidisciplinary. Today, having an international conference of one particular subject may not help much because all the areas has now become interdisciplinary. So with this, I'd like to conclude. I thank the organizers for giving me an opportunity and I wish you all the best.